We're going to get to do it again.
The king is never left. I'm looking forward to what I got coming to him. And all power hail to the king.
When he's in front of me, he's going to be reminded of who I am and what I did to him last time.
The best boxer of a generation against the best puncher of a generation.
It's going to be a really interesting fight because both guys will have something to prove.
It's tough to pick a bigger fight in this moment than Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury.
First morning run in a long time. See how we get on. Ben,
hey?
Are we going to lose weight today?
100%.
Tyson, when I first started working with him, physically he was in a condition where it was horrendous, but that was probably 10% of how bad he was mentally.
It was a heart attack waiting to happen. I just wanted him to be healthy. I just wanted him to get his life back on track. Never mind, you know, getting in the gym and being a champion again.
Ben lived with me for the first few months, and he was a very good friend. The dream was never to box. It was just to lose the weight and become well again.
It was literally coming back from the brink.
I persevered slowly, one day at a time. And then I said, let's get back to boxing. I spoke to Frank Warren and said I wanted to come back and box again. I said, let's make that Wilder fight.
He said to me, I'm going to fight Deontay Wilder. I said, you're crazy. He was running before he could walk. Well, I said, if you do that, me and you ain't talking no more, because it's suicide.
I think it was only him and I who wanted to move forward with it. Everybody else was pretty much anti it. But his confidence in the fight gave me confidence to make the fight.
Guess who's back?
When it was first announced, I didn't want it to take place. Let's tell the truth, because it was too soon.
Fury had been inactive for years. He had 2 fights against D-level opponents, and I didn't look at him as any sort of challenge for Wilder.
I was ready to show the world what I was made of. This was an opportunity where I had a single date for myself.
2 undefeated giants of the sport risking their undefeated record.
For the first time, you have 2 big personalities going at it verbally, and that was beginning to pique people's interest.
I've been searching the world for somebody to better me for 10 years. I look at him and I see a pretender, giving it the big until he gets slapped in the mouth.
I've knocked out every fighter that I've faced.
I've been looking for somebody to knock me out for years, and nobody has ever done it.
Everything I've said, I've done. I looked him in his eyes and I told him, I'm not Klitschko. You cannot get in my head.
The whole build-up was incredible. I just couldn't sleep the week before the fight because it was a proper heavyweight fight. A great fight for our times.
So I'm your referee, and the reason I'm coming in here while you're betting is because I want to go over some stuff.
I told both of them the exact same thing. I said, I'm going to give you every opportunity to get up and prove to me that you are able to physically and intelligently defend yourself.
Tyson Fury, you want it? You got it!
It's my time.
It's your time. You're the champ.
There's nobody to give him a prayer, but we know how good Tyson is, we know how good Tyson is mentally. We had fears, but no doubts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the bout you've all been waiting for. The heavyweight championship of the world. It's time for Wilder versus Fury.
Listen and obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, fight clean, good luck.
This is the biggest moment of your life. It's the moment we always dreamed of. The whole world is watching. But by the time they're in the ring and they're facing each other, those nerves and fears have went away. This is what it is, it's fighting now.
Here we go. The idea was to outbox him and give him a boxing lesson.
I think the excitement got the best of me. I'm definitely guilty of loading up too much, but you want to give the people what they came to see.
There's the right
hand from Wilder. Fury takes it.
Tyson's danger comes from his awkwardness and his unpredictability. He's a very difficult puzzle.
Fury contemptuously dropping his gloves. The Fury fans loving it. Wilder trying to really load up on that right hand and missing again and again and again. Good right hand. Beautiful stuff. And a nod to Wilder as much as to say, yeah, you're outboxed there.
First half of the fight went by and I thought, it's easy. As long as he stays away from big right hand, he'll walk this.
As any championship referee will tell you, 9, 10, 11, and 12, the championship rounds, things happen.
Number 9, you got him uppies? Go get him.
People don't want to come and see heavyweights go 12 rounds. Eventually, they want to see somebody get knocked out.
He's gone down. He's gone down. All the good work. Now he's gone down.
I grazed him. It wasn't a knockout punch. I knew that he wasn't hurt or buzzed or anything like that.
Give me them gloves, brother.
I just got caught. It's boxing, heavyweight boxing. I got back up, I was fine, and probably won the rest of the round.
12th and final round between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
I absolutely thought he was winning the fight hands down.
All I wanted to just go out there, just get behind the jab, and just keep away from him. I didn't even want him to engage. You got it in the bag and come away with a prize.
Wilder has to find some bombs. He has to do something, surely, to put Fury down here in this last round.
I had it in my mind that I wanted a spectacular finish, and I went out for the kill.
Oh, great shot from Fury. Terrific right hand.
And paid the price.
I set my shot up, and there it was. Towering over his body on the ground, seeing that his eyes rolling in the back of his head and the position that his body laid like a murder scene, it was over.
I was more worried about yourself more than the fight. Ventilators, stretchers, blue lights, ambulance sirens, everything bad was going through my head.
Were you out?
Yeah.
I was gutted. I just, my heart sank. I was gutted. He ain't getting up from that.
Doesn't move. It's over. But I think that's been Tyson Fury's life. Just when it looks like he's down and he ain't moving and it's over, he resurrects himself.
I had a dream before that fight, and I saw myself getting knocked down in it, and I saw myself getting back up.
It's not over till it's over. It's hard to beat somebody that doesn't want to quit.
6, 7.
He popped his eyes wide open.
Oh my goodness!
And all of a sudden, he comes to life.
Is he going to get up? Can he get up?
Don't lie. No way.
How is he getting up? How is this man possibly getting up?
9. Oh my goodness! Somehow Fury has managed to get up.
We knew he could box and move, but no one knew that this guy had the heart.
Can you continue? You want to go?
I said, "Are you okay?" He looked at me and he said, "Yes." I said, "Do you want to continue?" He looked at me and he said, "Yes."
The referee is having a very, very close look at him. Walk over here, come back to me. Come here.
He was in full control of his body. He actually did a little bit of a bounce step. I'm about to let a tornado across the ring come at this guy. I got to make sure he can defend himself.
There's a shake of the head from Wilder, as much as to say, what is this in there against me? How is he doing this?
You definitely know that there is a God, because God was on his side that night.
I thought if he survives the round, he still won it.
Here comes Wilder again, trying to land massive headshots. Fury crazily, his arms behind his back. Great punch from Fury. Where did that come from? And now Wilder's holding on.
He not only got up and came back, but then he started giving Wilder a beating. How could that be? I mean, I'd never seen anything like that before.
Deontay Wilder is struggling.
When he started coming back at Deontay, I think Deontay thought, I'm in with superhuman.
It was like a Rocky scenario. Everybody went crazy.
Fury somehow has come back. He said it was his destiny, and you begin to wonder.
He showed the world what he can do under pressure. He can come back from the dead, fight to win until the final bell goes.
Fury celebrates one of the greatest sporting stories you would ever see.
What he did in that 12th round, it can't be taught. It's about what's inside you. It's never been done before. I don't think it will ever be done ever again.
I thought it was just what boxing needed.
How you got on, mate? You come back like you did. What courage, what balls.
That's a moment that will forever be on replays. It will be forever etched in people's minds. It's a historical moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Judge at ringside, Alejandro Rochin scores the bout 115 to 111 in favor of Deontay Wilder.
I was very confident. We felt like we was up in that fight.
Robert Tapper sees the bout 114 to 110 in favor of Tyson Fury.
I looked at Floyd Mayweather and I said, what have you got? And he laughed. Easy, your man, easy, as if to say, what are you even asking for?
And judge at ringside, Phil Edwards scores the bout 113 to 113. The decision is a draw.
No one won, no one lost.
I really was gutted. The first thing that I'm thinking is, how's this going to affect Tyson? He come over to me, actually, and consoled me.
I felt he got starved of one of the best comebacks in British boxing history. And he said, don't worry, Rick, he said, that belt's coming back.
I'm a big believer in there's no good crying over spilled milk.
Listen, don't worry about it, let's not make it. Listen,
He accepted it, and by accepting it, I think he won over more fans.
we know the truth, mate, we know the truth.
Fury Express continues. I'm going to look forward to the future and enjoy every minute of it.
After the first Wilder fight, in the last round, when he knocked me down, I got back up and I got into him, and he didn't like it. And from that moment on, I knew how to beat Deontay Wilder. I knew I had to go forward on him. I needed an aggressive boxing coach. This time I needed to look for a knockout. Tyson performs better with a bit of weight on him. I said, bulk up, power up, and you'll tear this man to pieces.
It was a bit harsh on Ben because Ben was more than just a coach. He was there through the tough times, but nobody knows Tyson better than his dad.
They put together a plan. He's going to walk through Deontay Wilder. He's going to stand toe-to-toe with him. They believed that Wilder couldn't do a single thing when he was being pushed back. It was straightforward, Kronk aggressive.
Every time I speak to Tyson, he's much more happy. He says to me, I'm hitting 100% harder. I'm not off balance like I was before. He said I couldn't get the power shots going, but now I can get the power shots going and plenty of them.
I was boxing him last time when I was hurting him. He was hurt a lot in that fight. Just didn't have the energy to finish him. So this time, he really is going to fight the Gypsy King, and I'm going to take him out.
I think you've got to be concerned with the approach of walking up to somebody and being in their face if that person's a massive puncher and a renowned detonator.
One thing for sure that is hard to believe is talking about knocking me out in 2 rounds. It's going to be very dangerous for him if he proceed along with that idea. My prediction for the fight is going to be a knockout. The only difference is going to be between the first fight and the second fight. He will not get up this time.
Let's welcome to the MGM Grand, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury!
I was always made for boxing in Las Vegas. Big time boxing at its highest.
Happy with the weight, even happier with the crowd. 99% Tyson Fury fans. They've travelled, they put in the effort. Thank you to everybody who's turned up. I'm not going to disappoint.
I'm ready to go well away, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Just get in, it's only a Rolls Royce, isn't it? More the merrier.
Tonight, very simply, one of the biggest fights in British boxing history, and if Tyson Fury wins it, Britain will have control of the heavyweight division like never before. And the two of these fellas have unfinished business.
Yeah, there's drink in the west. The last one is on the one west.
Take it off, let's do it again.
Okay.
No, not really.
Doesn't matter.
It's the same crazy feelings every time, and you don't get used to it. I just wish I was like him and more calm. I'm confident in him, but the nerves is always there.
It's time for the main event of the evening.
For your king, Tyson Fury.
That is an extraordinary outfit. And like Tyson Fury, certainly not underplaying it.
I love ring walks because they just add to the theatre.
It's Deontay Wilder, isn't it? It was ridiculous.
I thought he was just doing what he has to do and putting on a show for everybody.
Wilder against Fury, all the talking now over, and the fight is about to begin. We're underway. He said he would command centre ring and take the fight to Wilder, to put Wilder onto the back foot, and he starts well.
Wilder comes in with a right hand. Tyson knew he'd have to take those big punches. He took those big punches and he pushed on, taking a risk to get through and break the heart and the soul and the minds of your opponent.
I thought to myself, oh no, Tyson, don't go toe-to-toe. But sometimes your best trainer can be the brain between your own ears.
Good jabs again, and the right hand from Fury. And Wilder again wants to hold on. He believes he's the stronger man. He's got a bit of grazing. There's a good right hand again from Fury. And Wilder looking distinctly nonplussed. Oh, good right hand down. Left hand, right hand. And Wilder down. And Fury believes he's on his way to victory now.
I remember thinking, damn, it was like a couple of minutes too late, because I predicted I would knock him down in round 2, and it ended up being in round 3.
And how well can Wilder recover from that? Fury goes looking for him, another big right hand, and Wilder's on unsteady legs. He's in desperate trouble in there, and falls to the ground.
There wasn't a doubt in my mind. It was like Tyson fighting a child.
Now, Wilder in trouble again. Big right hands from Fury, and Wilder is just fighting on instinct, trying to survive. And he looks so groggy in there, Wilder. I don't think he's got much. Bone shot. And he's gone. Tyson Fury is proving himself here, the best heavyweight in the world.
Fury is not like any other fighter. There's something magical about him.
He just done a job on him. He broke his heart.
He's down again, is he? The ropes kept him up. Referee allows Wilder to continue.
The Wilder camp had absolutely nothing to try and salvage or turn that fight around. That corner was in turmoil.
Shot. Oh, right hand down the middle. The towel in. They've thrown the towel in. The fight's all over. The fight's all over. Wow. They've thrown the towel in from the Wilder corner. And Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the world.
It was almost like a fairy tale.
One of the most phenomenal comebacks. He is now top of the pile.
It's been a roller coaster ride. I pushed myself to places that I didn't believe was even possible to go to. Come back from God knows where.
And the new heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Said it from day one, best heavyweight in the world, ain't no one beating him.
There was no better buzz than that night. To have it all, lose it all, and then win it back again, it's crazy, and only Tyson could do it.
I just showed the world tonight, everyone suffering with mental health, that you can come back and it can be done. Everybody out there who has the same problems that I've been suffering with, I did that for you guys.
Give it up for the Gypsy King! Yeah.
Doing a nice slow run around the prom, taking it very slow. But still, I've done it to myself. So, I have to do it to myself and get it off. Anywhere's a start, anywhere's got to be better than nowhere.
From where he'd come from to do what he did, it was mission impossible, but there's only one man done it and completed the task, was Tyson.
All right. Tyson, you the greatest!
To go to that extreme and come back from that is incredible.
He's doing things positive with his life now, not just what he's doing inside the boxing ring to inspire people, but with his mental health. I think now people are just actually seeing the real Tyson.
Just want to let you know that I am here. Your king is here. And we ain't going nowhere.
Wilder's come up with a whole list of reasons why he lost. The suit was too heavy. Somebody poisoned his water. Tyson had fixed gloves. He was still coming up with new reasons 17 months later.
Some of the stuff that was coming out, I thought he's struggling to come to terms with this defeat.
I am a king. You can't take my pride.
He was knocking everyone out, destroying everyone, and then all of a sudden he got destroyed.
I'm a king that will fight to the death. We will rise again.
I think he's in Wilder's mind. He seems shaken up by Tyson, can't deal with him verbally, and I don't think he can deal with him physically either.
Go forward with the 2 jabs, or put the parry hand there. That's it, right. Let's go.
But one thing that Deontay has proved, he holds such murderous power.
I don't want just going out there throwing punches. This is surgical. We're marinating Fury. We about to cook his ass.
He's a one-punch knockout artist.
When you have an athlete that's receptive and want it for himself more than you want it for him, already with his killer instinct, I just don't see how we can miss. We won't miss.
I ain't come to do nothing but get back what's mine. And I want it back in blood.
We know Deontay Wilder will be put into retirement for sure this time.
Me and Wilder, we've been good for each other. We've made each other a lot of money over the years. It's been a hell of a journey. Yeah, it's nowhere near over yet. When that bell rings, it's going to be a war.